Hey guys, I'm going to share with you directions on how to make your name puzzle. So you're going to want to get a piece of paper. This is cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker. If you have cardstock at your house and your parents say it's okay to use it, you can use that. Or you can use any paper. Even if you needed to use a piece from your journal and just carefully tear it out, you can do that. But cardstock or computer paper would probably work best. Okay. So you're going to get the paper, and then if you have a marker or a crayon, you can grab one of those. And for your name puzzle, you're going to write your name, but you don't want it to be too close together. You don't want it to be too giant, because if it's super giant, it's not going to all fit up here. So, and you don't want to take up the whole page. So I'm just going to write my name in one color. Okay, and then I'm going to take another different color and write my last name in the different color. I write in two different colors because when I go to cut these and then put them together, it makes it a lot easier if it's in two separate colors. That way it is not quite so challenging. If you only wanted to write in one color, you could do that. It'll just be a little more challenging when the time comes to put your puzzle together. Okay, and so now I'm going to write my last name. Now, don't forget, your name starts with a capital letter, so you should be writing a capital letter at the beginning of your name for your first and last name, and then after that, all of the other letters should be lowercase. You only have one capital letter in your name, and that is the letter that's at the beginning. Unless there actually is one friend that is that does not follow our rules, or the rules that I just said, and that is Miss Emily. Emily actually does have a capital letter 2 times in her name, for the beginning of Emma and for the beginning of Lee. So her name has 2 capital letters. I believe everybody else in here in their first name only has 1 capital letter though. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Okay, so anyways, I've written my first name, and now I'm going to write my last name, leaving some space in between each letter. That way when I go to cut out, I have room. Okay, so I've written my first and last name. Now you're going to need scissors, and I know I have giant scissors. You probably have some kid-sized scissors at home. If you don't, you may want to get an adult to help you do this. I'm going to cut, and then you just cut your letters apart. Just like this. And then you may want to have an adult do this. If you have a bag at home, you could get a baggie and have your parent or older sibling use a Sharpie if you have one. I know y'all probably can't see this because it's on black paper, or on black. There we go. And write your first and last name for you on the bag. That way, when you go to put your puzzle together, I know sometimes, especially right now at the beginning of the year, we forget how to spell our first or last name. So if you have your parent or sibling write your name on your bag for you or on a piece of paper, when you go to put your puzzle together, you can check on the bag or on the paper to make sure that your name is being spelled correctly and that your letters are all in the right order. Okay, so I've got my bag here. After you cut out your name, you can shuffle it. So shuffle means to mix it up. Mix it up. That way it makes it more challenging. And then, let me get all of this out of the way so I don't mix up any letters. You can start trying to put it together. Okay, so I've got an L. Oh, my last name has an L, so that's going to be the last name. And remember, it's a different color too. R. Okay, R would go here. K is at the beginning of my last name. I mean, the end. Oh, there's a capital C. I know that goes at the beginning. I've got G. Oh, that doesn't go in my last name, and it's a different color. G goes in my first name. I've got an I. Nope, not I. It goes next to the G. Oh, there's the A that's in purple. That finishes my last name, Clark. I've I've got an E for my first name, goes after the G. I've got an A that comes before I, and then my capital P goes at the beginning. Okay, so that's how you put your name puzzle together and how you make your name puzzle. After you've made your name puzzle, I want you to take some time and compare your first and last name, just like I compared the kids' names in our classroom earlier that I had made. I want you to see if there's anything similar and different. So let's look at my name. Well, in my name, I see that it starts with 2 capital letters, one at my first name, one at my last name. My first and last name both have an A in them. They both have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters each. I'm trying to see, I don't really see many other things that are in common with my first and last name. So that may be it. Okay, so you put your name together like that and you compare. If you want to make another name puzzle, you could. In fact, I'm going to make one for my daughter, Hadley. And I'm going to quickly compare and see if I see anything else that's similar between the 3 names now that I have, Paige, Clark, and Hadley. Okay, so I put her name together, H-A-D-L-E-Y. Okay, let's see if I see anything that's similar. Hadley is 6 letters long. These are 5 letters long, so that's something that's different. Oh, look. A-A-A. Oh, there's an L. Hadley has an L and Clark has an L. Paige has an E and Hadley has an E. We all have capital letters. So those are some of the things that are similar in our names. So I want you to make your name puzzle at home. Definitely do your first and your last name. Use a baggie if you can and have someone write it correctly spelled on your baggie. That way when you go to put your name together, you're making sure and practicing spelling it correctly. And then after you have built your name puzzle, take some time and talk about some things that are the same in your name and some things that are different. And then if you want to make someone else's name, you can do that as well. When you are finished, I want you to make a little short video and you can show me your name puzzle or just show me a few of the cards that you made and tell me one thing that you found that was the same or similar in your first and last name. Have fun making your name puzzle and practicing putting it together, and keep up with this even after this activity and practice it every now and then because this is really good, fun practice for your name.